What's good, guys? Welcome back to All About Arsenal. And today, Aston Villa 2, Arsenal 1. And my face probably shares the same sentiment with all other Arsenal fans. And I think the one word to describe it is disappointing. Points definitely dropped. I mean, right now, Man City are leading Sunderland 3-0. And I know Pep, obviously, they would have all seen we've dropped points. They would have said, guys, let's stick it on them. We can go 2 points just short behind them. So let's go for it. And that's what they've done. These guys have closed the gap. It wasn't a game we deserved to win, by no means. But I don't think it was a game we deserved to lose. Don't think we deserved to lose it. I don't think we deserved to win it. I think a draw would have been a fair score anyway. Regardless if we had drawn, City would be 3 points behind us, just like Aston Villa. So I'll be honest, at this moment in time, it doesn't make much of a difference. I know some people might think otherwise. This was always going to be a tough game. Like, besides last season, the previous seasons, they have been a bogey team for Arsenal. And let's be honest, if Arsenal are trying to get a title after 20 years, you have to go to your bogey teams and get some type of result. So far, we did against Newcastle. We did against Fulham, I believe. We also were able to beat West Ham, which were also one of our bogey teams. But when I looked at the form of Villa, I knew this was going to be a difficult game. I knew it was going to be a tough game. So now I have to look at the reasons for Arsenal losing. And reasons, not excuses. I know some people watch this think, oh, you guys are bottle jog. But that's the question. Have we bottled it? Have we literally bottled it? Because we've seen this scenario play out so many times. And it's around this Christmas period that we start to crumble. We start to fall apart. Will that happen? I don't think so. But now this is a time when Arteta really has to reset the guys. They played a lot of football, so that's a factor. They came out on Wednesday, a win over Brentford. I was there. So good match, comfortable win. I don't think they were too leggy from that. But losing Mosquera was not good. Another centre-back. And that's another big factor. You've got Mosquera out and the two best centre-back partnership in the world is out. That's one of the things I felt affected the game in regards to Arsenal going forward. You notice that Rice wasn't making his darting runs. And even when he did, there's that confidence at the back. That are the guys at the back going to be confident enough to actually stick it on them? All respect, Timber and Nkapie, they did the best they could, but they are a partnership that's never worked together. They probably had 45 minutes against Brentford, and then 2 days later, you're up against a very informed, the best team in form, Aston Villa. So it was bound to be a tough match, but no excuses aside, or should I say no excuses, more given reasons. Am I annoyed? The performance wasn't the best. The first half, we were woeful. I don't really know what was happening. Aston Villa took advantage for the mere fact they knew that Saliba and Gabriel were out. I guarantee if Saliba and Gabriel are there, that first half, we would have stuck it on them from a defensive aspect. We would have won the majority of our aerial duels, which we were struggling. And that's why I think probably putting Timber rather than Ben White, because Ben White has that height. He's about 6'1", 6'2". And having Timber in the air against people that are taller than him, especially playing centre-back, and we know how physical the Premier League is, I don't think that would have been the best. Even though he did well, Timber, if you're talking about ground duels, forget it. Timber's a beast. I love Timber. But that right-back position, I think, is just suited for him. And I think probably, you know what? It's done now. The game is done. But Timber and Nkapie, they did the best they could. Listen, like, after the match, I think it's the way we lost as well. It wasn't that we lost the game. It was how. When you lose at the last minute like that, last kick of the game, it's a kicker. And they were defending for their dear lives. But Nkapie, that little loose touch he had that caused the ball to go out for a throw-in, that's what started the whole beef. If you just cleared these lines, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation. Although Arsenal would have dropped points, we had opportunities to seal it. There was one lovely crossing by Rice. Low. Nobody was there to tap it in. Kudos to Trossard. Trossard came back into the game for us. Came off the bench and he did well. Eze was poor today. And I'm so upset because he's been a player that we've looked up to or we've looked to for inspiration or to do something well. Our captain got man of the match. It should have been given to Morgan Rogers. It should have been given to Morgan Rogers. I don't really see what Martin Odegaard did. He did have a good shot that was saved by the fingertips of Martinez. But besides that, the build-up was slow. And I think they did it sometimes because they wanted to calm the tempo of the game, while Aston Villa just wanted to play this heavy metal football against us. And they should. They're at home. And that's another thing that we cannot, put aside as well. Home advantage counts for a lot, but Arsenal should have done better. We definitely should have done better. We looked a bit leggy, we looked a bit tired, and if we got a draw, it would have been a fair result. If we just nicked to win, I'd have said smash and grab. Listen, Arsenal weren't the best on the day, but we won. That's what you would expect from people that are trying to win a title. And let me tell you, it's a long season. It's not going to be easy. December's tough. You've got matches coming out from every area of your bodily orifices, literally. We just played about 2 days ago, and we're playing another game, 12:30 away at the most informed team. It was bound to be tough. But you know what? We played them at the Emirates again on the 30th. I want us to stick it on them. I want us to stick it on them. And I pray that Gabriel and Saliba are back. I really want us to stick it on them at the Emirates. I want us to humiliate them at the Emirates, because I say it like this. If they are on form and they just beat us, the fact that we didn't have our two best centre-backs, which would have made a hell of a difference, right? Then what's going to happen when they come to the Emirates? And I know Gabriel is due to be back at the end of the month, so he should be there for that Villa game. And this was frustrating. We don't have an update on Saliba. So what is going on? What are the timelines? Mosquera's out for 6 to 8 weeks. I don't know. Will Arsenal have to go into the January window? We probably might have to get another loan, another centre-back on loan. Definitely. I don't know about you in the comments, but does this kind of feel like shades of what we've been experiencing for the past 3 seasons now, where we're almost there and we lose it? Arteta has to seriously sit down, talk with the boys and tell them, guys, this has happened to us before. If we lose it, it's on us. And if we lose it on us, Man City are 3-0 up against Sunderland. Fair dues, they're playing at home. I think when I watched that game, we were too open in the middle. I don't know what was happening. We were too open in the middle. The way that Tielemans was able to just be pinging out balls to Rodgers, and Rodgers is dangerous. He's a baller. Rodgers is dangerous. And at the second half, Calafiori was struggling. So I'm happy he came off and we put on Skelly. And Skelly, I think he did all right. But they have to double up on Morgan Rogers. Even when it comes to the Emirates, we need to stick it on him. We need to stick it on him hardcore. I believe when we come to the Emirates, they will smash them apart. Because personally, I won't even lie, I'm actually hurt by that. Last minute, 2 games lost. But guess what? There is no team apart from Arsenal that have gone a whole season winning the league and not losing a game. Only Arsenal, obviously, we did that 03-04 when we went invincible. But I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed. I think we could have had a better performance. In the second half, we stuck it on them. First 10, 15 minutes, Arsenal were brilliant. We had about 89% possession. We stuck it on. That's how we got our goal. I believe if we had another extra 10 minutes at that tempo, we could have got another one and snatched it, sat back and defended. But I don't know what happened. We just somehow let them get back into the game. But personally, I don't think Rice was comfortable going forward because of the back four. I don't think he was comfortable. Gabriel and Saliba there, you've got that level of, you know what, Arsenal can handle them. Remember what happened at the Emirates? And we can say, yeah, it happened at the Emirates. When we played Man City and they scored first, after that, they didn't get a sniff. Gabriel and Saliba locked them down. They might make one mistake and that's it. But this game, we capitulated. There was, defensively, Arsenal were all over. I think Calafiori didn't have the best of games, but Eze was the worst, man. I'm sorry. And I love Eze. Oh my gosh. I mean, that first goal, and obviously I know I'm going back and forth with my thoughts because I'm just speaking as it comes to my mind. The first goal that Cash scored, Eze was out of position. He was ball watching. He should have played him offside, but he was ball watching. How is he getting in behind him? That is something that Gabriel Martinelli, even Trossard, wouldn't have allowed. And it's just safe to say that Eze shouldn't be playing there. The only time you're going to play Eze there is when you're 2-0 up against a team, you're comfortable and you just want to, factor in a bit of rotation. Then you can put him on the left. But when you're going away to an informed Villa, you need to play, your strongest person on that side. It should have been Martinelli or Trossard. It should have been start with Martinelli. And he did look a bit bright after he came on. But let's look at Arsenal's next couple of fixtures. And like I said, it was very disappointing. And yeah, right now, Man City are having the game of their lives. They are beating Sunderland. I did feel that Sunderland should have put a bit more of a fight, but you know what? Hey, it's done. It's done. So if we're looking at the table, Arsenal's still top. Man City's behind us by 2 points. And they are going to be licking their lips thinking, you know what? Arsenal could catch them. This is the second game we've lost. Man City have lost 4 games. We've lost 2. They've drawn 1. And that's the problem. Where we've drawn, they've won. And that's how. So it's not just about losing games, it's about drawing games. Because when you draw, you're dropping 2 points. And that's big. If we look at the next couple of games, so Arsenal, man, like... boy. So we got Club Brugge. I imagine against Club Brugge, Arsenal are going to rest a lot of players. We're going to rest Declan Rice. We're going to rest probably Calafiori. See if we can rest Timber. Because if, you know, you can play Ben White, Skelly, Nkapie. And who else is there from a defensive point? We might not even be able. Who else have we got? Defensively. Who else have we got? Yeah, you might have to play. We have to definitely rest Rice. We're definitely going to have to rest Saka. We're definitely going to have to rest probably, yeah, Saka and Rice. We have got to rest them. Then we've got Wolves at home, which we should win. Then we've got Everton away. Then we've got Crystal Palace in the League Cup. Then we've got Brighton at home. Then we've got Aston Villa again. Oh my gosh. I want Arsenal to stick it on them. Listen, I can't even lie. I'm sore, man. I'm really upset. Then we've got Bournemouth away. Then we've got Liverpool at the Emirates. Then we've got Nottingham Forest. So we don't have too bad of a run. And let's look at Man City. Because let's be honest, like, Man City are in this. We had an opportunity to be 5 points clear. And yeah, no, 8 points clear. And we just messed it up. These guys, they've got Madrid. And that's going to be a tough game. They've got Crystal Palace away. And Crystal Palace, who were on form at the beginning, who knows how that can go. But Man City are going to think, we can do this. So they're going to be going for it. Then they've got Brentford, which they should win. Then they've got West Ham. They should win. And then they've got Forest. Then they've got Sunderland away. So to be honest, looking at this, in terms of the fixtures, they're probably the same level of, you know, they're just as probably the same level of difficulty of Arsenal's games, if I'm making sense. Oh, man. The question is this the point where Arsenal bottled it? The players on the way back really need to do some soul searching and say to themselves, guys, we are in pole positions to win this. It's ours to lose. Because, like, I'll be honest, I'm not too worried about Man City because they are defensively, these guys are not good. Defensively, they're not good. And I'm sure after this victory, these guys are going to be piping up. But you know what? Arsenal not even halfway through it. How many games have we now played? We've played, is it 13 or 14? We've now played 15 games. All right, yeah. So if we played 15 halfway through it, no, we're not, because it's terms of 38. After we get to 19 games, then we can say, yeah. So 4 more games. So let's see, at the end of the year, we would have played halfway through. Let's see where we are then. Let's see where we are. Will City drop points? Will Arsenal continue to drop points? Or is this just a blip? Or do we just have to give you know, acknowledgement to Aston Villa that these guys are on form and they're playing well? Oh man, now Arsenal have conceded 9 goals. Yeah. But please let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think this is where Arsenal have bottled it? It's still a long season. There's still a long time to go. But Arsenal need to pick themselves and we need to go on a run. We need to go on a run because they are breathing down our necks. We draw the next game and they win. We're same level. So it looks like it's Arsenal and Man City that are fighting for this Premier League title. But let me know what you think in the comments. Are Arsenal going to go on a nosedive and just completely mess it up? If we mess it up, I'm going to accept every insult. Whether you guys are bottle jobs, I'm going to accept it. Definitely going to accept it. Because that's what we are. That is what we are. And if we don't go on to win it, Arteta has to go. Because you cannot have 4 seasons in a row where you've been given, especially this season, every weaponry in your arsenal. Then it means you can't get it over the line. Something is wrong. But I cannot stress how important it is to have Gabriel and Saliba. Even if it's just one of them. You know, when you have at least one of them, you've got that sense of comfort. But to not have both of them. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Until the next one.